Powered by Riverside FM.
You know, we're at a crossroads with the Minnesota Vikings. And with all the stuff that has happened with the J.J. McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers thing, Sam Darnold thing last year, J.J. McCarthy's knee surgery last year, having him sit out all of last year, I think it's now come to a time where J.J. McCarthy has to silence his critics. Like, the best way to deflect all of the Aaron Rodgers stuff is for now J.J. McCarthy to get out there in practices, behind the scenes, and do what he's supposed to do. And here's what I know about J.J. McCarthy is that he has already done that. Video came about this week of him working in a food truck, rubbing elbows with kids that look up to him as heroes, signing autographs, taking pictures. And I know people are going to say, well, you know, the cameras are out. Everybody does that. But this is the type of building block things that J.J. McCarthy has to do for the Minnesota Vikings. He's already been great behind the scenes. For anybody that's really important, that analyzes or hobnobs with J.J. McCarthy every day, they say that he's doing the right things, saying the right things. All of his teammates love him, saying that he's the hardest working player on the team. What did Cam Bynum call him? A maniac? Cam Bynum called him a maniac. So J.J. McCarthy has just got to do what he's been doing. And the only difference that has to be with J.J. is now you get a chance to play. Kwesi and KOC don't have to tell you that you're QB1. They've done everything to tell you that you're QB1. They've gotten Sam Darnold out of here. Bye-bye. He's in Seattle. A Hall of Fame quarterback came knocking on the door saying, hey, I want to play for you, KOC. Aaron Rodgers, they told bye-bye for now. And so now it's up to you, J.J. McCarthy. UP Nation, hear what I'm saying. It's up to you, J.J. McCarthy, to now silence the critics. Your first opportunity in OTAs, you got to silence. There's going to be every camera, every sports writer, every beat writer, national people. Now, since Aaron Rodgers has involved himself in your business, everybody's going to have an eye on J.J. McCarthy. Doesn't mean that you have to play perfect, J.J. You don't have to play perfect. But there has to be a consistency to your level of play. And whenever there's an opportunity where there are going to be opportunities for outside people to have their optics about you, you've got to come out strong. See, the one thing that I like about J.J. McCarthy is that he's well polished. And these are the type of quarterbacks that you get from these Power 5 schools. I mean, he comes from a major program, Michigan, the team up north, that put him out in front of the camera. And it's not like, think about this, man. J.J. McCarthy went through a scandal. He went through a scandal. Didn't have anything really to do with him. It was more so Jim Harbaugh and the rest of the coaching staff. But think about this. That young man went through a scandal. And it wasn't a little scandal. It was a pretty big scandal. And he had to keep his team together. He had to keep his teammates together. He had to keep his coaching staff together. He had to play well through all of that adversity that was going on. People were saying they were cheating and stealing plays. They had a coach in disguise on someone else's sidelines. I mean, it was on every sports talk show. You know, Jim Harbaugh being suspended, he got through that. He also got through possible sanctions. I mean, from week to week, listen to all the possible sanctions that could have come out. J.J. McCarthy, from one week to another, didn't know what was coming down the pike. Like, he had no idea, and he had to be steadfast. People forget about that. I believe that there are people that focus on he didn't throw the ball as much in Michigan, rather than focusing on, man, this kid went through the gauntlet of a scandal. while he was there that had nothing to do with him. I'm smelling something when I think about that. Smells like a leader to me. Smells like a guy, when he gets through the adversity of anything, he performs well. Your time, JJ, with the Minnesota Vikings has to be the same. This Aaron Rodgers thing, I think it's kind of going to create a civil war with Viking fans. There are J.J. McCarthy fans that no matter what J.J. McCarthy does, they are going to be in line, in step, in concert with J.J. McCarthy. You can bet on that. You can bet on that. No matter what he does, they are going to be a supporter of J.J. McCarthy. Then you're going to have the guys that are going to be supporters of J.J. McCarthy, but as soon as he plays bad or the team loses a game that they don't want them to lose, or J.J. McCarthy doesn't play well, those guys are going to be off the bandwagon quick. And then there's going to be the hidden J.J. McCarthy, the hidden Aaron Rodgers fans, because Aaron Rodgers has interjected himself into this, that are going to support outwardly J.J. McCarthy, but secretly hope that he's messed up so Aaron Rodgers can swoop in and save the day. See, this is kind of the chaos that the Minnesota Vikings have created because they're not shutting the door on Aaron Rodgers. There's that dream, that hope, that possibility. That's why fantasy football is so big. The fantasy of it is huge. Having Aaron Rodgers swoop in and save the day. The main thing is J.J. McCarthy has all the power. All the power in the world to silence his critics. Just be who you are, stay who you are, and every time there's an opportunity to meet the challenge in front of the nation, answer the challenge. And I'm not talking about perfection. You don't have to be perfect. Just continue to be who you are, J.J. McCarthy. And I guarantee that if J.J. McCarthy continues to be who he is, there is only one thing that can happen that no one has to make a decision about. You don't have to talk to Kwesi about. You don't have to talk to KOC. You don't even have to be on Aaron Rodgers' watch. You don't even have to put time worrying about who our QB2 is going to be. J.J. McCarthy, just be who you are and silence the critics. Because I know that if you are who you are, that's what's going to happen. I'm ready to roll with JJ. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Those of you that are considering becoming a member, please know that if you become a member, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win a Minnesota Vikings Winter Warriors jersey. And as always, UP Nation, we will see you when we see you. Skol.